Hello and welcome back to the Defender Cup. We're in the losers final now. Our players, we told you earlier tonight, these guys were antsy. They are raring and ready to go. They jump into these games the second they get in because they are so ready to get this money, have their chance at those rings. But we're in it now, and it is 1-1 here in game number 1 between Pears and LSU.
All right, well, I think since they started early in this game and we didn't get to watch that first minute, I think whoever, whatever prize money they get, I think they have to split with us. We get at least 25% of whatever earnings these two teams make,
Can we?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Let's go negotiate this.
Well, I think T-Bates is in chat. T-Bates is in chat. He can hook us up for LSU.
He'll advocate for us. Yeah. All right, so LSU, I need you to go win the 3K.
Ooh, that's a good bump from Garen, though, onto low tech to open up, not open up the scoring, but to break the tie here.
Yeah, and it's like these pinches, man. Like, that was another pinch off to the side from that. I mean, these pinches are starting to, some of these players are going to get PTSD from this.
I mean, I don't think any pinch is going to compare to the one we saw at the end of the last game. But,
that was like a photo finish type deal. Views just going insane right now.
I mean, Garen, he's got 3 assists in this game, and there's 2 beautiful passes. Not to mention the bump too, on the last goal as well. I mean, a playmaker for Garen already. We're not even 2 minutes old, and yeah, you said it. I mean, we've used 2 goals here, and right now LSU, they've got to respond. Not a whole lot of time to do so, just under 3 minutes, but it's been a good start for Pears. I think they want a shot at taking down Suppington in that grand final. They want a chance at that revenge.
Yeah, and that will be an extremely close match. I mean, not to say that LSU wouldn't, but I think with what we saw in their first matchup, I think that this Pears team has learned a lot, and they seem different from when we first saw their matchup with Suppington.
Oh, most definitely. I think that. I still think that series could have gone either way. A bounce differently, and that's Pears in the grand final, waiting for Suppington to join them, or LSU in this case. And yeah, I don't know. I think if we see that grand final, which we still can't count LSU out. I mean, this is a best of 3. They're only down by 2 here, but if we do see a rematch, Suppington and Pears, I have a feeling that could go either way again. But Fuse going to complete the hat trick. This time it's Nitrous with the beauty of a pass. And it's a 4-1 game. LSU, they've got some work ahead of them.
And Views, he's one of those players that in the matches we saw for the Pears so far, he had been fairly quiet. And, I mean, like you said before, though, it's not like it was a bad quiet. He wasn't making mistakes. He was doing really well. But it just feels like now we're seeing this explosion of offense coming from Views, and it feels like we're getting a we're getting more of that completed team effort from the Pears now. Views almost going for another one.
He's already got 3 to his name here. 3 goals on 5 shots. He's got 3 saves as well. That's been a great game 1 for Views. Just trying to close out this one. Look forward to game 2. LSU, 70 seconds left to try to find 3. I think game 2 certainly at the front of the minds of all these players at this point. Though, can't give up if you're LSU, as Donnie just rings that off the post. Stardust going to go up for it. We haven't really seen a whole lot out of Stardust. I mean, he's only got the 44 points to his name, a bunch of goose eggs there as well on the scoreboard for him, unfortunately. But, I mean, this is a Pears team that LSU hasn't had the chance to match up against yet in this tournament. I'm not surprised that they need to take a game to try to get accustomed to it, but in best of 3s, that game can cost, that game can cost you the whole series.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too, is it didn't matter who LSU went up against in this matchup. It was going to be someone that they haven't had the chance to play against tonight. And that's always a difficult thing because you just don't know which way things are going to go. And so it just changes how you're going to approach the match. LSU only got one game to look at how Pears play. Pears have had plenty more to look back on and watch on stream so they could get an idea of what LSU is going to be doing. And, you know, how often players actually utilize those things, you got to wonder. But right now, Pears look insane, particularly Views picking up the Savior medal and the hat trick, and then Garen picking up that Playmaker medal. These guys are just moving and grooving in a great way right now.
And on your screen, you got the game winner, too. That was a nice shot out of the corner from Views. And it starts with just the play from Garen. I mean, he gets the assist here because of that initial challenge. And if you don't make that challenge, it doesn't turn into an opportunity for Views. I mean, and then the bump on the backside. But, you know, I like that Views is getting up into the play. I like that he's aggressing, as you can see from this clip as well, that he's getting in there. But it's Garen right now who is making these plays happen. LSU just doesn't have an answer for the solo efforts here from Garen.
Yeah, and that was always one of the things that I was looking out for with Garen on this team, is just his ability to bring and activate these solo plays is intense. Like, he is just such a solid player. And again, it's a testament to why he is the substitute on an RLCS team, just showing what he's capable of. But we are going into our second game here now, and Pears one game away from moving on to the grand finals. And right now, there is $1,500 on the line.
Yeah, it's again, I mean, this is another one of those $1,000 best of threes. You win this one, you've at least secured yourself that $1,500. If you drop it, still a respectable $500. I mean, not bad for a night of Rocket League, but you know, I think everybody eyes on the prize right now. You win this, you get a chance at not only revenge, but the money's pretty nice too. $3,000 for first place. So everybody trying their best, and right now it is LSU under the gun. Nitro's got to take a quick shot. Donnie will make the save, but Pears all over the orange side of the field right now. And if this first goal ends up blue here, Ryan, I think this might be a very quick series.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. Shot coming through. Low-Tech manages to pick up the save as he's bumped away. Somehow, some way he makes that happen, but Pears are just kind of continuing where they left off. This doesn't feel like it's a change in how we've seen with some of these other series where game 2 feels vastly different. This one feels like basically game 1 part 2.
Absolutely. And that could be super dangerous if you are LSU, but that said, they haven't conceded yet. They've been on the back foot for a while. However, it's not over until that clock strikes 0, and even then you get a little bit of extra time. This will come off the back wall. Views solid touch to clear it away. Donnie's going to rotate forward, won't be able to beat Views. It's a 2-on-1. Stardust in a tough spot, but the pinch from Views going to send that all the way around. Donnie's the first one there to it, though it'll be out towards Garen. He's got Views for the deflection. Looking for some kind of passing option potentially as Nitrous back wall. That'll be down towards Donnie, and he will clear. So 3 minutes left on the clock, 0-0 on the scoreboard. Game number 2, LSU looking for this first goal to try to push them towards equalizing in the series. Great pass. But Low-Tech just unable to find the Donnie pass there to put that one home.
Continuing to make these offensive pushes right now. And, I mean, the good thing here for LSU is it feels like they stopped the bleeding. They're holding their own right now. They're not letting, and, you know, I just need to stop talking for some of these teams. My God. But Garen is going to manage to snake that one through off of that huge mistake up high from LSU. And we're going to find them with their first goal here right before halftime. But for the most part, LSU has done a good job of staving off this offense from Pears. And that's a good look for them.
No, certainly, and I just think, unfortunately, we're seeing some weaknesses come out here from Stardust in particular, as he's not going to be able to make that challenge either. Garen will score on the back side of it, and you hate to pick on an individual player, but just You know, we talked about being quiet in a good way. I think this series has been quiet in a not so great way for Stardust. I think he needs to pick things up here to try to bring his team back. They're not out of it yet. They're down 2 at halftime, but something's got to change, and they need to do it right now. It's a good shot from Donnie, but Nitrous just in position to make the save. Low-Tech with the challenge. Can he find the pass out? Not quite. It'll be Stardust looking for Donnie, though, and there we go. Stardust to Donnie, LSU on the board.
And it's almost like Stardust is watching the stream, picking up what you said there. I mean, I have to agree, Joe. Stardust has been quiet in a kind of bad way this match. So hopefully this is just the beginning for Stardust in this game, because they need this. They have to take this in order to get to that game 3 and even have a chance to go see Suppington again.
This is a shot on. Donnie makes the save, use the rebound, actually shut down by Donnie again. It'll be Stardust to play it back. Garen will pop it up. Low-Tech getting taken out behind the play. Views looking for Donnie as well. That's going to force Donnie up in the air, but Stardust doing a great job playing defense there. The ball finds its way back to midfield. Donnie up for it. Will he beat Garen? It's going to bounce down. Views will be the first one there. And that'll play right into Low-Tech. Now he's got to be careful. Garen's out in front looking for the shot. Stardust the save. Keeps it a 1-goal game. With a minute 30 left to go. Views and company still trying to put the pressure on. Wanting to find some extra cushioning if they can. As Stardust again with the save. As now Low-Tech's going to bring it out. He's got Donnie with him. He plays it off of Garen and in the net. It's 2-2.
And that hurts so much if you're Garen. Low-Tech just throws it straight in front of him, and he's going to drive that one home on accident. 2-2, and LSU have clawed their way right back into this one. 1:14 left on the clock.
And again, you gotta. It's like this second half was an awakening for Stardust. He's been in just about every play. He's made a couple of great defensive stops. That pass to start the scoring as well for LSU. And right now, that's exactly what they need. They need him to continue producing on the level that he is right now. With 50 seconds left to go, there's no room for error if you're the orange side here. You've got to score this next goal. Try to force us into a game number 3 to play for a chance at grand final, as this is going to be down. Views, he's going to pop it up. Low-Tech up in the air. Touch. Nitrous going to take it away from him. Donnie makes the save. Views was coming across. Looked like that was an opportunity for Pears. They're not going to be able to find it. That's over the head of Nitrous. Now Views has to hustle back before there's a counterattack. Donnie will get there. Sends it all the way down. Garen with the touch. We are heading towards overtime, though. Low-Tech back wall. Garen right into Donnie, but Views will see it by. This will come down, and it should be cleared away by Low-Tech, and we should be heading into OT now. 2-2, game 2.
Yeah, and there were a couple of opportunities there where it felt like LSU should have been ready to have someone forward to try and continue an attack on the Pears defense, but they just weren't there. And so you got to wonder why they're not at least committing one person forward. But that's a close shot. Stardust coming in. And Stardust, it really does feel like he was just listening to you when you said that, because the second you said it, he stepped up and has started being a part of everything since then.
Still, they find themselves on the defensive side, though. It's been Pears to control the momentum, the pressure for a majority of this overtime and really that last minute. But they haven't been able to knock one home yet, and that gives LSU a bit of hope as Low-Tech can't get over the head of Garen. Donnie looking for the play across. Nitrous right into Stardust. This is going to fall down. Stardust the pass, but Low-Tech won't be able to be Views to it. He's going to back off. Try to play this a little bit more defensively, though. Views goes right over top of him. Out of the corner, that's Low-Tech. He's got Stardust looking for the pass to Donnie. Not going to be able to find it, though. Donnie just wide. As Garen gets a piece of it. Helps it along as now Views down. Ground pinch, looks for Garen. Garen found him to end the game there. The ground pinch almost working on that pass. Stardust and company will see it back to midfield. We've played a minute and a half in overtime. Still nobody able to break the seal.
Yeah, nobody able to quite break through yet, but we're seeing some great plays come out from both teams. And there's a shot downtown.
Oh,
and
no.
Motag, you can't miss those. You've got to put that out every single time. That is not one you can afford to have that mistake happen on. That is a $1,500 mistake right there. And we are going to see the Pears move on to the grand finals. GG's, well played. We are going to see LSU take the third place position here tonight. They played rock solid, though, for the most part. Aside from a couple mistakes here and there, LSU showed up tonight.